Hey guys, welcome. Today's video is going to be all about the mirror. A buddy of mine who you may have, if you've watched my videos from the beginning, buddy in the clan named Alien Origin asked me to do a video on this. He just got this card and he's like, well, you know, Dad, I'm not sure exactly the best way to use this card. I use it in one particular deck, but I kind of want the best deck. I'm just going to kind of go over the pros and cons of the mirror card, my thoughts on it. It just recently got buffed. All the levels except for legendary were increased by 1 on the mirrored cards on what level they get. And they're working on making it viable. If you look at all the people, like in even Arena 5, you don't see many mirrors here. As you go further up in the arena levels, you don't see any mirrors either. So what that should tell you when you don't see Arena 8 and people using it is that the card is not necessarily very viable. My internet right now is kind of trash, so I do apologize. But, Arena 5, Arena 6, you're not seeing any mirror cards right now. To me, it's not a very viable card just because it is, I don't know, you just don't quite get enough value for it. I'm going to go ahead and do some replays from my past just to kind of show you. Argus was kind enough to play me and just so I could kind of showcase it while we discuss it. We're not going to actually discuss the gameplay of this. I mean, there might be a few combos that you might want to try. That's really more, that's the most I would say that this is for. One thing I do like to do with it is to copy my elixir pumps because it kind of helps prevent them from destroying your elixir pumps. You'll notice that he mirrored his goblin or his minion horde. That's not really something you particularly want to do, simply because when you do that, it allows them to destroy 11 elixir with just 1 arrow spell if they have it. Not a very good turnaround on your part. It just is pretty much kind of giving them a tower of yours. But nonetheless, so let's go ahead and talk about it. Buddy Alien Origin, who helped us in the past with the colored text, which is no longer something you can do, unfortunately, just recently got this level 1 mirror. And at level 1, it gives you level 1 legend, level 1 epic, level 4 rare, and level 6 common. And I have a level 4 mirror, which gives you +3 to all those levels except for legend. So I would get level 1 legend, level 4 epic, level 7 rare, and level 9 commons. So I currently have all level 4 or 5 epics except for 1 card, and that's the guard, just because I haven't had a chance to get more of them, and it's a brand new card for this patch. I have all level 7 rares, except for a few 6s, but a majority of them are 7. My Musketeer, my Valkyrie are level 6, my Bomber Tower are level 6, and my Furnace, also a new card, is level 6, and my Musketeers, plural, are level 6. All my other rares are level 7. All my epics, again, except for that guard, are level 4 or higher, and all my commons are level 9, with the exception of my Spear Goblins, which are level 10. So we're going to discuss that and why that's actually important here in a second. So let me make sure I get the right gameplay again. Alright, so we're going to do this one. Now, when the creators of the game make the cards, the goblins, the minion horde, the inferno tower, the P.E.K.K.A., they try and balance each card for value per elixir cost. And so we'll see that Argus plays, again, he does 11 elixir for those minion hordes, and my 5 elixir cost wizard is able to take out all of them very easily. Not a very good elixir trade on his part. But anyways, when they make the base cards, they try and make them value based on the elixir cost for them. And the mirror card is now making you pay, for my level of all my cards, one more elixir for the same value of card. Now, when you do that, that hurts you significantly. Why? Well, it hurts you because now you're not getting the value you're supposed to be getting from that card. Now you're getting less value. Now, if you're using something like, let's say they have Goblin Horde and Princess, and you end up needing two of the arrow spells, hey, that's great. You want two lightning spells, two rocket spells, whatever the case may be, that's fine. But you're spending so much elixir to get less value. And that is not really, to be successful in the game. You need to be figuring out how to utilize your elixir to the utmost of its potential. And to me, the mirror card doesn't really give you that value, because the base cards themselves are valued to where they're all equal. You know what I mean? So when you're spending one more elixir for that same card, you're not getting any value out of it. Now, let's say you have a level 1 epic, but you have a level 4 mirror card, right? So when you mirror that epic, now you're getting a level 4 epic. So you're getting a value out of it that is significantly greater than what you have, And so that could be really good, because it could be an epic that you use, a lot, or you could use a lot. And so now you're getting a decent bit of value out of it. But when all the cards you have are already the same level as what's being mirrored, it's a waste of that elixir, in my opinion. I tried making a good deck with it recently, and I couldn't really make much work for me, unfortunately, which is why I'm discussing it this way. There was just nothing that I could do, and I dropped about 300 trophies while I was trying to make this video earlier using the mirror card. So it just wasn't being successful. So my buddy Alien made a deck. What that deck was is kind of irrelevant, honestly, at this point. And he has that level 1 mirror. So with level 1 mirror, it gives him level 6 commons. None of his commons, as I wrote them down, and it's irrelevant, at the point, are below level 6. So for instance, his barbarians are level 8. If he were to mirror his barbarians, and he would go from level 8 barbarians to level 6 barbarians for an extra elixir. Now it's just kind of a waste. It's just not good. Now let's say he's got, it's just, to me, a useless card right now. They just buffed it last patch. They're trying to make it better, so they're on the right path, but it's not quite good enough yet, unfortunately. And this was just such a difficult thing to do. So as you can see here, I used the mirror card on these elixir pumps, which was super duper fun. You get a bunch of elixir pumps going. You get just that elixir coming in. To me, that is the best functional use of the mirror card. Because if they use lightning, they use rocket, they use fireball, they use poison, they use whatever spell they decide they're going to use, goblin barrel, you still have an elixir pump. And they have just spent a ton of elixir trying to destroy that one elixir pump, and you have another one. And it's kind of counterproductive for them, but for you, you still have it. And if they decide not to go for one of them, now you got 2 elixir pumps going. You cycle through your spells because you have the elixir for it. Now all of a sudden you can get 4 out, and it's just constant influx of elixir. So to me, this is really the very best way to use it. I also use it to get 6 musketeers out, which was a lot of fun. I used the musketeers and then I raged them, and you can see the damage that they just put out. It was just absolutely stupid. He still had poison on him, which is always a good spell, but they just absolutely wrecked him. So I don't know. It's a lot of fun to use the mirror card. Mirroring, I don't know, Sparky, mirroring P.E.K.K.A, Big P.E.K.K.A, mirroring the Golem, mirroring something like that, and it's a lot of fun. But it's just not a functional card unless when you get the card, you get up to like level 2, level 3, and you're able to increase a level of one of your cards. Like if all your commons, like let's say all of my commons were level 6, and I had a level 4 mirror somehow, now I'm going from a level 6 common on average to a level 9 common for that card. Now, when you're at that level of arena, you step up your game. Now you're actually gaining the value out of it because now your level 9 common card is 2 to 3 levels higher than your opponent's. And that's what you really want the mirror for. But if it's giving you an equal value for what you have, to me, it's just not a viable card in competitive play. It's a lot of fun to use, just with your buddies. I really enjoy it. It's really kind of demoralizing to get 6 of those musketeers out, and they're just like, oh my god, what do I do now? 3 of them are rough enough, but the time it takes to get 19 elixir is just too much. It just takes too much time in competitive play. There's just not enough of what you can actually do, and unfortunately, you end up getting wrecked while you're trying to save up the elixir. Another really good thing that I used to use was I would use 2 goblin barrels because they would use one of their spells to get rid of one goblin barrel, and then all of a sudden you throw a second one once they use the arrows or the zap or what have you, and now the new ones are going to town on it. Or you get a tank all the way to their tower and you throw 2 goblin barrels down and you're just doing a great ton of damage to them. So there are some decent things that might be good. To me, it's only really legitimately feasible with low-level cards, or low elixir cost cards. Things like goblins, skeletons, maybe double a rage, freezes 6 elixirs, that's too much. Maybe double up a zap. That might be really good, especially with Sparky. You could have 2 zaps for Sparky. That could be a heck of a lot of good use out of that. But to me, everything else, it's just not a card that's worth its salt. This is an actual deck by someone who's about 850 trophies lower than me, 800 trophies. And he's going to wreck me. And this was all meant as just kind of a fun one. I was going to try and mirror the P.E.K.K.A or the Golem. Obviously, I didn't get it done because I didn't have the time to. And this was also another good option. I threw down 2 Hog Riders and a Rage spell. Almost got that tower down. So that's something that could be fun. But again, in competitive play, as you can see, he's using his actual deck. He just kind of absolutely decimates me in one push, and I don't have the elixir to be able to do anything. So again, to me, mirror card is just a kind of a waste of space, a waste of elixir. If you disagree with me, let me know. Tell me why. Let me know how you use it, and maybe I can make a video telling about how I'm dumb, and I'm showing up. Hey, that's fine. It's great, but again, you don't see the high-level people using it, and when you don't see the high-level people using a card, that typically means it's not proven to be successful. You may be successful in a lower arena. Like I said, if you get a couple of them and you're able to get a high-level mirror card, you can mirror, a good card, and it just throws your opponent for a loop. I can definitely see that happening. Maybe 2 baby dragons, maybe I don't know what, maybe 2 mortars, or something along those lines. 2 princesses if you happen to do it. I've seen that happen. Even 2 guards would be a pretty good deal. But again, your cards, your base cards, have to be low, in my opinion, and that has to be the standard for where you're competing. Because if the standard of, say, epic cards is level 3, level 4, and then your initial card is a level 1 epic, it may not have the effect of just using a different card. So using the mirror, in my opinion, competitively is all about strategically thinking, what are you going to get out of it? How exactly are you going to surprise your opponent with it, and using it in such a manner? If you're going to use it on something like Goblin Horde, which could definitely be good, then you need to wait for that counterattack of, arrows or the wizard to die before you place the second one down. Same thing with something like Goblin Barrel, because then all of a sudden they've wiped out a whole bunch of your elixir cost, and you're just kind of stuck there. Well, now I have no elixir, and they're about to destroy me. And, if you're in competitive play, that's no fun. So again, that's kind of where I sit on the mirror card. It's a lot of fun in friendlies, just not viable in competitive play. So let me know what you think. Like, comment, but like it, definitely for me. I think it might help for all 20 of you that might watch. But anyways, I'll see you guys next time, and thanks for watching. Have a great day.